Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome here to Belmore Sports Ground here in beautiful Sydney, New South Wales. We are here for a 9th versus 14th clash. The Raiders needing to win this in order to challenge for the top 8. I am Jordan Lewis, here joined tonight by Tulivaru Vakatani. And Tulivaru, what do you think of this game? Who's the favourite going into this?
I don't know if it's going to be one-sided affair or just a close matchup, but the Raiders are really needing to get this win tonight to guess the top 8. And I don't know about the Bulldogs because I think they're going to go for the spoon.
Well, we think so. In front of this adoring fan base here at Canterbury, obviously they're going to be trying to do their best to absolutely put the Raiders to the sword. Both teams coming off of very disappointing losses by 10 plus points the previous week. There'll be a couple of sore hearts out there trying their very best to make amends. The Raiders will be kicking off here tonight. James Godwin will be doing the duties, of course, tonight. We'll see how this goes. It has been a little bit wet coming into this game tonight, and we can see still a bit of rain coming down. It might lead to a bit of a greasy surface. We'll see what happens later in the game. The Raiders, they kick off to the left-hand side there, and Davis, he will get taken there on the 15-metre line. A little bit of a start here from the Bulldogs. Roberts, he'll take that not that much further for the second. They are certainly playing some slow-paced football to get things started. Kalasako, he'll be tackled there on the 30-metre line in a 2-on-1 tackle. They'll go to the left-hand side. Hellier, he'll go into Yogi, and a forward pass this early in the game. Not what the Bulldogs needed here. To Mateo James, he'll pass on to Luke Thompson now. Luke, he has announced to us that he will be retiring effective immediately after this game. As Lucas said, he gets through a very deep gaping hole there, and he'll get that onto Godwin. As we said, a legend of SRL 1.0. Hopefully the boys can get around him and get a win for him tonight. Raul Kual, he'll be taken there, 2-on-1 again. Third tackle of the set, Thompson, the man we were just talking, he's pushing through. He'll be taken short. That's about 2 metres down from the line. Fourth in the set. And they're going to the left-hand side. Mitch Barnes. Mitch Barnes will be met and pushed back. 30 metres game from that one. We'll see what they go for here. If they go for the run or if they do a little grabber. And the man himself puts the grabber through. It's well weighted, but well scattered by Iongi. And he'll be taken there on the 5-metre line. Now, Vakatani, what do you make of that set from the Raiders there?
I reckon that was a very good set from Raiders. As you said earlier, Luke Thompson retiring after this game. He was also a Raiders Season 2 legend, and it was a bit sad to see him go.
Absolutely is. As we see another former Raider from SRL 1.0, the captain, Ruben Mobbs there, just absolutely planted. And again, this Bulldogs outfit are just camped deep within their own 20 metres. This is not the start that you would have been hoping for, particularly in front of such a packed-out Bulldogs home ground like this. They'll kick that down to Riley Flynn. Riley Flynn spins out of one, but he is taken down in a second effort tackle. First of the set, and they are already within their attacking half. Luke Thompson, he'll take about 2 down with him, but he'll be dragged down about 36 metres out from the line. They go to the left. They shift to Mitch Barnes. Mitch Barnes will take a one-run hit up, and he'll go across the 30-metre line. This Raiders outfit, they are looking to make amends from last week. Inside-outside play to Riley Flynn, but that was well scouted by the Bulldogs there. You cannot put down their defence. That is for certain. Martin in a 2-out play, and he'll be taken about 15 metres out for the final tackle of this set. The Raiders looking to put up the big bomb from Godwin that definitely got the height, but definitely didn't have the distance there. Easy catch by Barge, but easily defended there as well. Bulldogs, they'll shift that one on to Davis here. First tackle of the set, and that will be near to the 20-metre line. They'll go out to the left. That will go on to Remy. Remy will take about 3 or 4 with him. What power from this man. That is an absolutely fantastic run from the second rower. They'll go out to the left there again. Kalasako, he'll take that cross north of the 35-metre line. That's probably the most territory that this Bulldogs outfit have had all game. About 3 passes out, and then go on to Hutchison. Hutchison will be tackled not too much north from there as well. He'll be taken on the 40-metre line. Anderson, he goes for the early 40-20. It's got the distance, just did not have the power there, Vakatani.
That's a not too bad kick from Rhys Davis. Kicking it on the fourth is always the way to go to get the 40-20, but it's just not it there.
Absolutely right. Lucas said he'll power past the 32-meter line there. Mitch Barnes, again, this Bulldogs defense has been absolutely on song here tonight, Talavaru. I can't say that they've been let down in that regard. It's just been their attack as a forward pass from the Raiders, and that's probably one of the greater attacking opportunities that this Bulldogs outfit have had all game.
Yeah, that's an error from the Raiders. I forgot by who, but it's a dangerous position for Bulldogs.
Certainly is a dangerous position for the Raiders, I would say, more than the Bulldogs. You kind of want to be in this position here if you're a Doggies fan. But of course, just got to hope that the defense holds on for the Raiders here, as we can see that they are challenging Junior Hellyeah, the son of old Daniel there. He nearly gets there, but is turned on his back for good measure. It's about 3 meters out. What a hit! Timoteo James collects the spill, and as we said, an attacking opportunity goes begging to Luvaru.
Yeah, I think that was Rahu Kual that did the big hit, and what a good hit.
It was Rahul Kowal who did the big hit, the old Raiders captain himself. But as we were saying, this Bulldogs defense has just been absolutely on song, and they've managed to lock what is an exciting Raiders attack down in the 10-meter line. They've barely even cracked the 15 there. Final tackle of the set, and they'll just make it to the 20. They've got to kick real deep here. Potentially, we're looking at a 20-40, you would think. Godwin, he boots it long. He's definitely got the distance, but not the angle, and that is a kick that he will want back as Seymour. He's breaking through. The Bulldogs, they have absolutely come alive after being held down deep for so long. All it took was a little bit of a momentum change from the error, it would seem. Beckman, he'll be tackled there 45 meters out. Seymour again breaks through one and breaks through two, but the third gets to him. And you can hear the Belmore fans there standing for that line break. That was a great little run. Remy, he'll be taken in there again, and he'll drag about 3 defenders in. We'll see if that potentially causes a hole somewhere in the line. Cal Sarkow, he's taken again, dragging in 3 defenders. 5th tackle of this set. You'd think they'd be going for the bomb here, or potentially a grubber kick. They do go for the bomb, and it's caught by Seymour, but again, distance playing a bit of a factor here. Now, Vakatani, it seems like it's the kicks that's seemingly letting both of these teams down so far.
Yeah, the last kick was a bit ordinary because I think it did touch a Bulldogs player, but oh well, it is what it is.
Well, it may very well have, and in that case, you got to set up your defensive line a little bit better than from the Bulldogs. That'll be something that I'm sure that their coach will bring up to them at halftime there. The Raiders' 3rd tackle in this set, and they are shifting out wide, trying to get past the 40, but they don't get there. Talis Riff nearly dragged into touch. What great defense again from this Bulldogs outfit. Barnes looked like he was going to go for a 40-20, started there, got it onto Ether. Ether will be tackled on the 40-meter line. They have to go for the 40-20 now. And Thompson, he's booted that one. Again, got a good amount of power, just not the right angle. And Nyongi, he'll be dragged down over the 35-meter line. Aaron O'Hare, he'll go on. Oh, no, that's an intercept by Kowal. What a great catch by the former captain. And they'll be taken first to the set on the 20-meter line. They'll go out to Barge. Barge will be taken there down on the 20 again. Not much made in that run, but it's not about the meters in that case. They're setting up, it seems, going on the inside to Ether. Ether will be, again, they're not making much more from that 20 there. They've got to start trying something. They're going out wide again to Godwin. Godwin will be taken there, dragging people across, nearly getting past the 10-meter line. A little bit of a tricky play there by James. Looks like he did the double pump. He'll be taken about 8 meters out. 5th tackle of the set. They've got to try and go for something. James is a bit slow up off the floor. Barnes, he's gone for the big bomb. And that's caught by Barge. But again, there is no support play there, Vakatani.
As you said earlier, Rahul Kual, Mr. Magic Fingers, scored that, and it's another
He's done it again!
Magic Fingers.
Oh, Magic Fingers indeed. The man can do no wrong. And sorry to cut you off there, Vakatani, but he is absolutely everywhere for this Raiders outfit. And James, he'll go into Barnes. Barnes is pushing. He's pushing. He's pushing. I don't know if he's got there.
Yeah, we're going up to the bunker. I think he was held up. My bestie, Mitch Barnes. Yeah, good magic fingers with Rahul Kowal. He's been the MVP so far.
Absolutely has a no try there. Yeah, just turned on his back at the last second. Again, great scramble defense from the Bulldogs here. If it weren't for Kowal just absolutely monstering them with the 2 intercepts in a row, that we would not be in this position. James, he'll go into Barnes. Barnes is looking to push over again. He's going, and again, he'll be turned on his back. Now, Vakatang, you mentioned Barnes is a good friend of yours there. But what will be going through his mind there? That's twice now.
Yeah, some deja vu from Mitchie. I don't know if it's his strength or something, or it's just the Bulldogs' defense, but pass it to other people as we see Mobs.
Mobs has taken the little grubber kick there. He was in the right place at the right time, just seemed to bounce off his shins. And yeah, but I would say it's probably a mixture of column A and column B there. The Bulldogs' defense has just been absolutely on song. But again, Kowal with the intercept. What is this man on? Oh, Rahul. Mate, why couldn't you do this when you played with me, mate? That is a great little intercept again. And the Raiders are camped down here to Liveroo.
Yeah, 3 interceptions by Rahul Kowal. He's been very, very good for the Raiders. Like Mr. Magic Fingers, I should call him from now on.
I'm sure he will love that nickname, honestly. And Tim James, he's got it through! Timoteo James, he breaks open the score for the Raiders, and we have finally broken the deadlock. 4-0 Canberra.
Yeah, Tim James was a good little pick up and dive in. He looked one way and looked another, but he just saw a gap and just found it.
Now, this is a play I know very well. We were talking about it right before I ended up leaving the capital. It's the little make him think that there's a penalty play and catch them napping. And he's pulled it off to perfection there. Goblin lining up the kick. And no way a man with a radar like him misses that one. And as we were talking about it being a defensive grind, Canberra take it. It is 6-0 at Belmore. Now, Vakatani, if you are Ruben Mobs, what do you say to this Canterbury lineup? How do you keep them in the game after such a soft try, for lack of a better word?
Probably just watch out for Rahul Kowal. Their defense has been very good, but their passing to Rahul Kowal has been very, very ordinary.
The man seems to have a radar for Bulldogs passes. It seems you're very true there. So, yeah, maybe that is something that he mentions. Just watch the passes, make sure that they're going to their intended target, none of the silly loopy stuff. And Godwin here goes inside, outside to Budge, and knock on there.
Challenge.
Oh, we're getting a captain's challenge here. I believe that, I reckon he's probably been hit off the ball, but let's see there.
We have a decision.
Looks like it's a bit forward.
Yeah, no, that is absolutely knocked on. That is just a loose carry there. And the captain's challenge is unsuccessful. Exactly what we thought there. And I'm sure Riley was trying to think of, probably hearing from the forwards there that was just stripped out or that it was a hit off the ball. But no, that's clear as mud. Segarini, he goes inside, outside to Daly, and Daly is swarmed in defence there. This Raiders outfit, they've just got the lead. They want to keep it going. 18 minutes in the first half left. Dustin Richards, he takes that and he will be taken down on the 10-metre line there. The Bulldogs, they can smell blood in the water. Drew Hutchison, he tries to push through, but he's taken down there in a great 2-on-1. O'Hare out to Daly. Daly on the way out to Segarini, and Segarini is pushed back from the line. That is the last tackle of this set. They've got to get a good kick in here if they want to try and equalise things. They've put in the grubber. They get there, Seymour! Logan Seymour, the little fullback who could. What a try from him. And what would you say to this Whakatane? We were just talking about how the Raiders had just gotten that defence. And that was Cadell Barnes there. He just let that one bounce through.
It was a little nutmeg from Cadell Barnes. That was a lovely little kick from Rhys Davies. The bench forwards have already got on.
The bench forwards have come on. And I'll have to double check if that was indeed Cadell Barnes, because it does seem that it looks like the Bulldogs are wearing their alternative numbers here, not the ones that correspond to the actual position on the field. But yeah, you did mention that the bench props have come on. We've already mentioned Sakurai Segarini and Justice Daly. Of course, from the Raiders, we have Charles Montgomery Barker himself and Ranga Rage coming onto the field there as well from 14th and 15th, respectively. And Godwin, it's 6-all. We forgot to mention the conversion was successful. And just as soon as we had the deadlock broken, it seems to have set itself back up again to Liveroo.
Yeah, I don't know about the jerseys being right, because Drew Hutchison is a 7, but he's wearing the 16. I don't know why. He might just be a little bit confused.
Well, we do know that they do have an alternative numbering system sometimes, so just the player ID instead of the position on the field, as is the old UK way. But either way, we still have a good game on our hands here tonight. It's been an absolute back and forth grind. Beckman, he tries to get through. This is the fifth tackle of the set, behind the 40. They will be going for the 40-20, you would think. It's Drew Hutchison. That's what he does. And that will be taken there by Tennessee Barnes. Tennessee Barnes indeed wearing the number 5, so we were correct in that one at least. Timoteo James onto Godwin. Godwin onto Mitch Barnes. Mitch Barnes, he's taking through about 3 or 4. He'll get there to the 35-metre line on the second of the set. Little inside-outside play was misread, and Ruben Mobbs, he's made a break. But the defence has just scrambled around him. Oh, things are going wrong for Canberra here in Belmore. Drew Hutchison, he pushes through. Sorry, Tilivario, I seem to have cut you off there.
Yeah,
but as we do
from Dustin Richards. I was about to say earlier, the lovely Ruben Mobbs run, that was so good from Ruben Mobbs. We rarely see tackle breaks, but it's another good try from the Bulldogs. Dustin Richards.
Dustin Richards, take your hat off, sir. What a push through. There's been a great defensive line from Canberra, and he's managed to push them out of the way and just say, you know what, it's my ball tonight, son. Great try from the man. And yeah, as you said, Ruben Mobbs, he's absolutely done well there. Aaron Beckman getting the chocolates with that conversion. Great kick, but again, from right in front, you couldn't expect more from the man.
Yeah, I reckon Ruben Mobbs just set it up for that try. That was, as I said earlier, that's a lovely, lovely play.
Absolutely was. We can't sing his praises enough for old Mobbsy. It was a great, gutsy little defensive play. It resulted in a try. You can't ask for more. Godwin will get the kickoff duties again, and he'll kick that one down to the right-hand side of the field. Davis, he will take the hit up, and he'll be taken there on the 15-metre line. The Bulldogs, there is energy in Belmore again. The fans are on their feet. They are screaming. They are baying for it. And you know what? The Bulldogs are just the team to get it done for him tonight, I believe. Logan Seymour, he will get to the 35-metre line. A great little run out of fullback position for him. Cal Sarkow, he'll be taken there 43 metres out of the line there. Fourth tackle of the set, and they go for an early kick. Looked like the 40-20 was on there, but I think he might have been just a little bit north. Riley Flynn, he stays in field. No, he doesn't. As soon as it looked like things might have been going up, there's great positional play by Riley Flynn. But that Bulldogs defense, it was on song. The kick chase was on him, and as you can see, just pushing him out.
I don't know what Riley Flynn was doing there. I think he wanted to flirt with the grass. He must have been having a crush on the grass, but I think that was Isaiah Yongi that had the tackle to the sideline.
It absolutely was. And again, it was a great positional awareness there. He knew that the sideline was there, and you could see him trying to keep in field, but he was just not aware of the kick chase that was coming up onto him. The Bulldogs, they'll push over the line, but that one has been they've been twisted over onto their back there. That is an easy no try for my money. And yes, as we thought, no try pending for this one.
No try.
And the Bulldogs, for a team that was just camped in their 10-metre defensive line earlier in the game, they have come alive here tonight. It's been an absolutely genuine fight back from them. And a big hit off the ball and an accidental offside there. That has been a pressure release. But we're going to see another captain's challenge here. Both teams are opting for the early challenge.
The ball appears to be knocked backwards. We have a decision. The ball is knocked
and
backwards.
This time, the captain's challenge was successful.
Resume with a restart.
That was a great read from Canberra. Sorry, not Canberra Raiders there. That was a great read from the Bulldogs there. And they'll get the ball back. Fourth tackle of the set. Nate Robbs breaks through 1 and 2, but he can't get past number 3. He'll be held 5 metres out. They go for the grubber. It's bounced off, and they'll get there, Ruben Mobbs! Ruben Mobbs, for the man who started this absolute fight back, he's finally got one for himself there, Tulivero.
A smart little play from Ruben Mobbs as well, because of the challenge being successful and just picking up the chocolates there. And what a good play from Ruben Mobbs this set.
It's a fantastic play. The little one-hand collect and dive down. Not many players can pull that one off. And he's managed to get it done in one of probably the most crucial point of this game, coming into the second half with 10 minutes left to go. Canterbury will be taking this one 16-6, and you would think Beckman may very well slot this one too. It's a little bit of an angle on it. But as we said, he's got that one through, and 16 becomes 18. Now, Tulivero, we're coming into the halftime break here. If you are the captain for either of these sides, what do you say to them going into the sheds?
I reckon Ruben Mobbs just wants the Bulldogs to just keep on doing what they're doing. For the Raiders, I actually don't know what they want to do because they've been ordinary out here.
They absolutely have. In particular, probably the last 25 minutes of this half, you would say they've really taken their foot off the gas. It seems like they got the early try and thought, you know what, we're off to the races here, lads. You can't do this. You can't do that with any team in the SRL, and I should know that. We've had plenty of teams come back at us in the second half at the Sea Eagles after we've taken the lead there, of course. But yeah, no, you would think that they would probably be wanting to get back to where they were just early in the first half there. Oh yeah, he tries to do the little Timoteo James play. Doesn't work out quite as well. That will be the 32 metres made from that set there. The fifth tackle deep in, well, not deep, but still in their own half. Tennessee v. Barnes, he makes the breakthrough. He breaks through one tackle. He tries to break through another, drags him a good 5-6 metres, but is ultimately taken down on the 40. They go right-hand side to Irby Arnworth. Irby Arnworth again is trying to push through. He's taken down by 2 defenders there, and that will be the second on the 50-metre line. Godwin, he goes out to Thompson, and Thompson is pushing through. Great strength from the half there. He'll be taken on the 40-metre line. Okay. I don't know who that pass was to, and Timotei, he's looking down at his feet there. He's disappointed with that pass there, Vakatani.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but who's number 3 again? Like Trent Martin?
So number 3 for the...
I think that was number 3 for the Raiders.
Yeah, number 3 for the Raiders would be Barry Barge.
Yeah, Barry Barge with a little brain fart.
Oh, what a hit there. Great hit. And that is, I believe, Rangarage actually smashing through on that one. Third tackle of the set, and they are nearly banging on the door again. Could 18 suddenly become 24? This has been one of the absolute performances from the Canterbury Bulldogs if they can get there. Canterbury Bankstown, they're a proud club that has been struggling so far this season. But if you would not know that if you had been watching this game, and that was your first game for the season, Telsriff, he will be taken there on the 10-metre line, a little bit of a light jog there, potentially some injury worries, you would think. Timoteo James, he goes on to Ranga Rage. Ranga Rage, the man who put the big hit on earlier, he'll be taken about 10 metres forward from there. That will be the second on the 20. The guy to the left, CM Barker, Charles Montgomery himself, taking that again past the 30-metre line. They're doing little 10-metre runs here, but they need to start trying to find something. Timoteo trying to do the little trick that got him his earlier try, but again, not much doing there. And Godwin trying the same thing. Again, it's not happening if you're this deep in territory. They may be setting up for the 40-20, you would think. Martin, he'll take the big kick down, but it won't really have the distance. And Iongi, he breaks through. But the good scramble defense there from Riley Flynn, and that will trip him up on the 40-metre line. 2 minutes left in this half. Can they make it 24, Whakatane?
I reckon Raiders are very fatigued right now. I think they're looking forward to the halftime break, as we saw from Isaiah Iongi, Mr. Dancing Feet.
That's absolutely true. I think it's probably a couple of minds already on the halftime oranges and Gatorade, but you've got to keep playing. There's still football on this field left. O'Hare, he'll take that to the 10-metre line. 56 metres gained from that set. And the Raiders are out on their feet. There's a little grubber and 22 points. That is Logan Seymour again. He's got a double in the first half. What a try. What a play from the little fullback.
Yeah, Logan Seymour with a double. I think it was similar plays with a grubber and a catch from Logan Seymour. And I think we have seen lots of grubber and catches for the Bulldogs tries.
We have indeed. It seems that they do love that little short out play. But again, nothing can't be said. Getting a double in the first half, that is absolute insult to injury. And Beckman, he'll be lining this one up. He'll be trying to make that 24-6. And as we said, could they do it? They have only gone and done it. 24 plays 6 to the home side here with less than a minute left on the clock here in the first half. We'll probably see about maybe 1 or 2 plays, you would think. About 40 seconds left before this kick. And you would hope to hell, if you are a Raiders fan, that there is a knock-on somewhere. If they can get a miracle try before the half is over, that would absolutely be... that would be a momentum saver, you would think. Seymour, he'll take the hit. The man of the hour himself. He'll take that to the 20-metre line. A good little run from the fullback. O'Hare, he'll pass on to Ruben Mobbs. Ruben Mobbs breaks through one, and that will be it for the first half. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Belmore Sports Ground here. If you're just joining us, know that that scoreboard is not incorrect. It is indeed Canterbury Bankstown 24 playing the Canberra Raiders 6. Now, Tulivaru, you happen to get down into the sheds at halftime there. What was the general mood? What was the word going into the teams there?
Yeah, I was talking to Ruben Mobbs, and he was very, very proud of his side so far. I also talked to Riley Flynn. He's very disappointed as well. But it's been one-sided affair.
Absolutely has. We had a look at some of the stats earlier, and none of the Raiders had even cracked past the 50 metres run mark, whereas we had quite a few Bulldogs who were already there. Of course, you know, we did have the man himself, Ruben Mobbs, managing to get nearly 80 metres. And we see Beckman making a big break. He's one of the people that they've just shifted into fullback. He's crossing the 30. He's crossing the 20. Goodbye! Beckman, he's been on the wing all game, and apart from the kicks, has been relatively quiet. His first touch as a fullback, and he gets a full field sprinter. What a try there, Tulivaru.
Yeah, as you said earlier, he got changed by Logan Seymour, the man of the first half. But that was an absolutely great run from Aaron Beckman and finishing off in style.
It's a fantastic way to stamp your authority on the game there. He'll go to convert his own try. He'll get that one surely right over the black dot, as we said. Now, as we were saying, there were quite a few Bulldogs who were nearing that 100-metre line. You could probably put Beckman right at that point after that big run himself. But of course, yes, Logan Seymour was about 90 metres run. And yeah, we also had Mopsy about that point there as well. So it was fantastic effort from the Bulldogs all round. And yeah, if you're a Canberra fan, you'd be wanting that play from your team coming into this one here. Drew Hutchison, he'll be taken there. He'll take that to the 20-metre line there. A great response from the kickoff. This Bulldogs outfit, they are not done. 30 plays 6. Hell yeah, Junior hell yeah. He'll take that over the 30. Oh, no, just short of the 30-metre line, in fact. O'Hare with a big looping pass over his head. Very lucky that one was actually caught there by Kalsarkow. But he'll take that to the 35-metre line. The Bulldogs, they'll shift into the left-hand side twice, thrice. Remy will try to get over the 40, but he'll be pushed back in a two-man tackle. They'll go deep into the left. Hutchison looked like he was trying to go for a bit of a kick there. Thought the better of it and just took the tackle. 38 metres, and that is a great defensive set from this Raiders outfit. Harver, he's come on from the bench, and he'll get a good kick into the 30-metre there. Tallis Riff, he's dodged one or two. He'll be tackled there on the 45-metre line. That's for the first of the set, and they're nearly in their half already. And Tulivari, would you say that this has been a better response from the Raiders here tonight?
Yeah, I reckon starting off in the second half kind of strong, except for that Aaron Beckman try. But as you said earlier, Connor Harver, I think he's making his debut tonight, or he made his debut last week. I don't remember.
He's certainly one of the young guns here for Belmore, we'll say that for certain. Irby Unworth, he'll be tackled there on the 30-metre line as we were singing praises for a better answered set from the Raiders. They have not done much with that. And Yongi, he'll be taken. He'll get through. He'll bust through 3 or 4, but he'll be taken over the sideline. Great defensive read there by Riley Flynn. As we see, they place that kick well. And of course, the Raiders with a great kick chase return on that one. You can see he's dodged through one there, but you see Riley screaming up on the right-hand side, and he's just managed to take him out into the touchline there. Timoteo James, he'll pass on to Tennessee Barnes. Tennessee Barnes, he breaks. He's almost there, but he will be taken, and he'll be held up. Tulivari, that would have been a great response from the Raiders this early on.
Yeah, a good run from Tennessee Barnes, but he just didn't get the chockies. Just good defense from the Bulldogs.
Fantastic defensive read, as you said. He's just twisted over onto his back at the last second. First tackle of the set, though, and you're already in the 10-metre line. You could not ask for more. Lucas said he was a little quiet in that first half, but he'll push through and almost get the try for himself there. Godwin, he'll go on to Barnes. Mitch Barnes, he was probably the standout for the Raiders there at 60 metres run. Timoteo James, he'll crash over for his second. What a great little dart out of dummy half again there from the hooker.
Yeah, similar play tries there from Timoteo James, like very similar plays. Just look left, look right, find the gap, dive in, try time.
It was probably not even similar. That was the exact same play. You can see even motion to the referee to question the penalty. That's caught them napping twice now. You got to hope that they do catch on to that. James Godwin, a man of his talent, again, he'll get that. That is an easy conversion from right in front. 30 did play 6, now 30 plays 12. Beckman, not a job he's had to do a lot of tonight, lining up for the kickoff. We'll see how he goes here. They have been targeting that left edge. We'll see if they go back for that one again. And indeed, they do. Luke Thompson, as we mentioned, the man retiring after this game, he's been a little quiet there as well, but he'll get that over the 20-metre line. Lucas said he'll push through. He's taken in 3 defenders there. Great defensive effort from the Bulldogs. Maybe that's just tie them out. And Tim, he's trying that little run again, but again, you got to pick your times for that one. It won't work there. Little triple pump from Godwin, but he's doing a little crab walk. He won't get far with that one. 4th tackle is set there at the 40-metre line. Declan Connell, He'll put the punt through. That won't really have the legs, won't really have the distance either. And the Raiders, they'll try to push them over, but no, Davis has managed to make his way infield there. He'll be safe from the touchline's grasp. Double out play to Junior Hellier. Junior Hellier pushing through. He'll get over the 50-metre line. Second of the set, and they're already in attacking position there to Livaru.
Yeah, a good good run, I should say, from Junior Hellier, and another good run from Isaiah Yongi.
Isaiah Yongi nearly making the break there and nearly scoring the try there for himself. Junior Hellier, he'll get there. He's pushing. He'll be taken down by 3 defenders. The man may not look it, but he can run a mile when he wants to. Davis, intercepted by Timoteo James. I almost said intercepted by Rahul Kawal there. But no, Timoteo's showing that he can do it too. Great little save there from the Raiders. Thompson will be taken there on the 20. Passing inside-outside to Lucas Said, and Lucas Said will crash through. He's dragged about 3 defenders with him there again. And they'll go to the right to Thompson. Thompson on inside to Flynn, but there was nothing going. There was no gap there for him to exploit, and he's been pushed back. 4th tackle of the set. They're only not even past the 40-metre line. They're trying inside-outside on the wide to Godwin. Godwin will be taken on the 40. That'll be the 5th tackle. They're lining up for the 40-20 here again. Luke Thompson, big boot, but not the distance, not the angle. And Logan Seymour, he'll try to get through. What a fantastic first half he had there. Now being shifted over onto the wing. We'll see if he can create that same magic there to Livaru.
Yeah, as you said earlier from Logan Seymour, magic first half. And he had a great half for the first half, scoring a double, and also I reckon he got like 80 meters or so.
He did indeed nearly crack the 100 with his two runs there. Aaron O'Hare, he'll cross through over the 30, 45 meters from this set, and the 5th. They go for the deep punt. But again, no kick chase really onside there. Tennessee v. Barnes, he'll be able to make 15 meters from that first little run. And Declan Connell, he's crossed over the 25-meter line. The Raiders have definitely shifted the momentum of this game. It's definitely gone a lot quieter than it was in the last 20 minutes, that blitzkrieg from the Bulldogs. Maybe this might be the way to get them through. Just wear this Bulldogs line down, you would think. Irby Armworth, he'll take that over the 40-meter line. They'll go one inside, and that will be Godwin. He'll try to do the punt. It looks like it might have come off the side of his boot there. But Beckman, he'll take that. He'll absolutely take that. He'll cross over the 50-meter line. And just as we were saying, they're controlling the tempo here. Aaron, it looks like Beckman and O'Hare have just really opened them up here, Vakateni.
Yeah, I reckon both sides in the second half are just being very, very quiet. But we saw from Aaron Beckman, I think he already has like 100 meters so far.
Well, he would have had 100 meters just from that one run alone, but you're not wrong. I'll say that for certain. Davis passing on to Kalsaka. Kalsaka will be taken there over the 20-meter line. 5th tackle of the set. They made 50 meters from that one. There's a good effort from the Bulldogs. Davis tried to go for the little kick, but that's being picked up by Kowal. Knock-on advantage played, and that is 0 tackle. Magic Fingers himself has done it again. Surveyor, he'll take that on. Kowal, the man we were talking about just before, he'll take that past the 40-meter line. He's one of those ones who had a little bit of a strange start, only 30 meters run from those 3 crucial intercepts early in the game. Hopefully that's just crossed him over a little bit more. Lucas said he'll go north of the 50-meter line. 3rd tackle in this set. Luke Thompson onto Ether. Ether will take that past the 40-meter line. 4 tackles in this one. From a 7-tackle set, they really have not made ground here to Livaru.
Yeah, as you said about Lucas said like a couple minutes ago, he's been very quiet in the first half, but in the second half, he's actually been very busy.
Absolutely has. He's been everywhere from so far. Isaiah Yongi, he breaks through 3. He'll be taking their 35 up with a good ankle tap from the Raiders there. O'Hare passes on the outside to Davis. Davis on to Beckman. He'll be taken on the 40-meter line. Beckman tried to inject himself out of the fullback position. Didn't really come off that time. Kalsakau, he'll take about 2 or 3 with him, but he'll be tackled short of the 50-metre line. Third of this set, and they go on to Junior Hellier, trying to put the motor on as the big lock forward, but he'll be taken there 45 metres out from his own line. Usher onto Hutchinson. Hutchinson onto Remy. Remy on the outside to Seymour. Seymour is being scouted well, and he'll be tackled there. 5th tackle. They've only made it to the 40-metre line. See what they can do here. Ruben Mobbs himself puts in a big punt, and that has not gone dead. That was a good catch out by Riley Flynn. Could have probably left that one go, you would have reckoned, Tulivaro.
Yeah, I reckon that would have been a big far kick from Ruben Mobbs. He would have just let it go and then it will go to the dead ball, but I don't know what happened to Riley Flynn.
Well, knowing Riley, he probably wanted to put the attack on him, just put the moves on this team and try and inject himself, be a bit of Captain Courageous and see if he can inspire his troops to march on. We got 18 minutes left in the game and 18 points, the difference on the scoreboard. The clock is very slowly becoming the enemy of the Raiders here tonight. They really need to put the motor down now. Timoteo James, he's taken there on the 40-metre line for the 5th of this set. Luke Thompson with the big boot down, but that is taken easily on the 30 and no one is there to answer Beckman. He'll easily march up to the 35-metre line. Kalsakau onto Hutchinson. Hutchinson onto Usher. Usher will be taken there about 46, 45 metres out. Second tackle of the set, and they are knocking on the door there again. Hutchinson onto Kalsakau in the middle. Kalsakau, he'll be taken. He takes in about 2 or 3 again. The man is a defence magnet. Richards caught napping there a little bit by that Raiders defence. They managed to slow him down. That could have been nasty. Kalsakau again. They just seem to love getting it to him, don't they? He'll be taken there on the 35-metre line. Davis with a punt down, and that will go straight into the gullet of Tallis Riff, but there is a wall of Bulldogs there in front of him. Pass on to Flynn. Flynn trying to inspire the troops, as we said. He'll be taken there 32 metres. 16 minutes left in this game here, Tulivaro. Do you reckon that the Raiders could do it, or do you reckon that the Bulldogs fans should let off the rockets and absolutely celebrate what is a momentous win here tonight?
I was a Raiders fan here at Belmore. I'll probably just leave. The Raiders have been doing excellent in defense, but in attacking, they've been just a little lackluster. But I reckon the Bulldogs get the chockies here tonight.
I'd say that would be the smart players. Hey, Yongi dances around 3. He'll be taking down on the 26-metre line. And that is a good indication of what we were just saying before. Defensively, they have been solid, but this Bulldogs attack has just been relentless. And no matter how tough you are, no matter how strong you are, you can only weather so much before it just breaks you. But Mitch Barnes with the intercept. The Raiders have been the kings of intercepts here tonight. That's probably their 4th or 5th, I would say, for the game. Irby Arnworth, he'll take that on the 30-metre line. And it is now or never. The Raiders need to score in this set if they are any semblance of what would be one of the miraculous comebacks of this game. Flynn, he'll take that to Godwin. Godwin will be taking their 20 metres out, and they are not finding it. They're just not finding the line here. Irby Arnworth, he'll try to push through, but he'll be taken down on the 10-metre line. We'll see if they're able to amass some kind of attacking kick here. Godwin will put up the high bomb, and that's been taken by Surveyor, but there's defenders around him, and that will be a disappointing handover on the 10-metre line there to Lavaru.
Yeah, the intercept by Mitch Barnes led them up to the red zone, but it was just not a little good catch from Artie Surveyor.
It was a great catch, just no support play from the Raiders there, and that has been the song all night for their attacking kicks. They've been managing to get to them. They've been managing to get them, but just no one there to help their brothers in arms out. The Raiders, they've kept this Bulldogs outfit behind their 30-metre line for this one so far. 4th tackle of the set. Inside, outside, inside to Hellier, and a forward pass. That is disappointing. What What a disappointing play there from the Bulldogs, particularly one that has been as on fire tonight as they have been. Timoteo James, a little dart himself. He'll be taken there on the 10-metre line. That was a good one. Caught them napping. Second tackle in the 10-metre zone. O'Connell onto Sed. Sed onto Ether. Ether was just taken there. And he has not been able to find the magic tonight. Go out to Lucas Sed. Lucas Sed will push over, and he'll crash over. Potentially a consolation try, but that is something you want to see from this Raiders outfit. They have not given up yet, Vakateni.
They needed that try from the Raiders. Lucas said as we said earlier, he had a quiet half, but in the second half, he's been outstanding.
Absolutely has been. You are 100% right there. He was very ordinary in that first half, but it seems like this second half, he's just been everywhere for this Raiders outfit. You can't ask for more from the man. And Godwin, he'll get that conversion easy as you'd like it. 30 is now playing 18. The second half has been to the Raiders, but is it a little too late with less than 10 minutes left to go? 12 points on the board. Can the Raiders do it here to Lavaro?
They could if they be like the Bulldogs in the first half, but I don't know. And we're speaking of the Canberra Raiders, if they lose tonight, they'll probably go to 11th spot or 12th spot or even a 10th spot. And if Bulldogs win tonight, well, they will win tonight probably, they'll go up to, 16, 15, 14, 12.
They will. So this is absolutely the Bulldogs' game to lose so far. And they've absolutely answered back in defense. What a great set there. Setting them back past the 10-metre line on the second tackle of the set. But you're right. A win is far more crucial to the Raiders season at the moment if they want any hopes of challenging for that top 8 position come finals time. This Bulldogs outfit, they have just been absolutely wanting to spoil the party of Luke Thompson. Tim James, he'll be tackled there 25 metres out. And that is a disappointing answer back, and they've kicked it straight to Usher, who'll break, and he'll get there. Thomas Usher, the little man off the bench, number 16 himself, wearing the number 17, of course. But what a great try from the man.
Yeah, little legs from Thomas Usher. Riley Flynn, I think he's just too busy napping right now. He's been given up. Outstanding win for the Bulldogs. Good job, Ruben Mobbs.
Absolutely right. We don't want to put the commentator's curse on it, but with 7 minutes left, it's looking extremely unlikely. You would have to see something from the simulation gods themselves to save this Raiders outfit right now. But they are still fighting, ladies and gentlemen. They are still trying to show that there is life in this outfit yet. Hopefully we can see something turn around from them.
Maybe a consolation.
But potentially a consolation try would be great. It's looking very likely like that. Lucas said one may have been just that consolation try, though. Godwin, he'll boot that one down, and you can hear these Doggies fans are coming alive. They are screaming. You can barely hear yourself talk out here. It is that loud, and that is something we love about Bulldogs fans here. When they are on, they are on. Anderson, he'll be taken there on the 25-metre line. They'll get into Drew Hutchison. Hutchison will take that just shy of the 40-metre line. Third tackle of this set. Kalsakau, he'll be tackled there just over the 40. And this 6 again. That is poor discipline from the Raiders. You can tell they are just absolutely out on their feet. They've given everything to this game tonight, and it just has not paid off. Beckman, he would have crossed over the 50, but he's been pushed back a good 5 metres. It's a good bit of defence there from the Raiders. Dustin Richards, he will be taken out again, pushed back about 2 or 3 metres, something that the Raiders really needed to do to the Bulldogs earlier in the game. Kalsakau, he will be the one to break that trend, and he'll push over the 50 for the 4th tackle of the set. The Bulldogs, they're just trying this now. They're trying little one and outs. And Usher, the man who scored the last try, he'll take that past the 40-metre line. Hutchinson, he'll take a big kick down. They'll be caught by Tennessee Barnes himself. Tennessee tried to dance, but he's caught napping and caught by 3 defenders. Raiders. They're trying the double out to Arnworth. Arnworth will be taken on the 20-metre line. Now, looking forward to the next couple of weeks here, just pulling up the old roster. And it looks like the Raiders will be playing the Gold Coast Titans up there in the at Robina. We will have the Bulldogs. They will be playing the Parramatta Eels. If you are the captain of either of these sides here, Tulivaru, what do you take away for next week?
I don't know, because I'm a Titan. But I don't know from Riley Flynn, but I reckon Bulldogs might get another dub next week from how we're going.
Well, you would hope so if they're able to carry over this momentum, that they will absolutely put up a challenge for Parramatta. Now, with your boys, of course, being a Titan yourself, you'll be expecting Riley to absolutely want to put you to the sword after this dire performance.
Yeah, in training, I think Riley Flynn might focus on all key aspects for against us, but we also are training for all the key aspects as well because we are so dangerous.
That you are. You're absolutely right there. You're one of the teams to beat, that's for certain. Logan Seymour, he'll take that one past the 40-metre line. After a blistering first half, he was really quiet here tonight in the second. Might have something to do with being on the wing there. Tallis Riff will be taken there. He'll take it to the 24-metre line. Last set. Raiders fans, don't turn off your set just yet. You might get a try and just make it that little bit more competitive. At least it's a better showing attacking-wise than it was last week. Kalsakau with the intercept, though, showing that it's not just Raiders who can do it. And they're calling a knock-on advantage here. 6 seconds left. This will be the last play, you would think. And there it is. Bulldogs fans, put out your white and blue flags because that was an all-time performance there. What a win from the boys from Belmore. Now, Tulivaru, we'll go through some of the stats here in a second. Obviously, 36-18, a great win from the home side. Looking at that possession, 54% possession. You would think that 18 points, that's probably belying what the score really should have been.
Yeah, I thought the Bulldogs had more possession than the Raiders. Well, right here. But I thought it was going to be like 60 or so compared to Raiders, like, I don't know, 40. As we see from the errors look very weird because Bulldogs got 11 errors compared to 5, mainly because of the intercepts, I think. Tackles are basically equal. Missed tackles 24-28, line breaks 18-10, and meters gained 1,046 compared to the Raiders 778. And we see the two double scorers, Logan Seymour and Tim James. They had an outstanding 2 tries there.
They absolutely did. It was a tale of two halves there, certainly. Obviously, the Bulldogs just putting them to the sword in that first half. As we can see, that was where a bulk of the tries came from. We'll have a look at the individual stats here, see if there's any that stand out. And Jamal Kalsakau, the man was absolutely everywhere. It looks like he's got about 160 running meters to his name for that reason. Isaiah Yongi as well, very close behind at 156 run meters. Reece Davis, 152, 411 meters run from Aaron Beckman there. That is just phenomenal effort from the man. I think that's probably a record, actually.
I don't know if it's a glitch or not, but he did play very, very well in the second half, but I think it is this glitch that's been happening since past weeks.
Well, potentially so, but he did also make quite a few big breaks there. Logan Seymour, he's managed to just get himself over that 100 meters. As we mentioned, absolute blistering first half from the fullback position. Just came off a little bit towards the end there in the second half. Jackson Remy there coming on at lock. He was only 44 meters there. Drew Hutchison as well. What an absolute phenomenal performance. 146 run meters, 13 passes, 15 tackles, absolute defensive machine, and nearly 200 kicking meters from 6 kicks. It's a phenomenal effort. We'll have a look through to the Raiders there as well. Now, Irby Arnworth managing to cross over 100 meters. got a couple there, actually. Timoteo James, 124, an absolute phenomenal performance in a losing effort. Raul Cowell, we talked about it. The man was in the right place at the right time in that first half, only with the 49 metres run. That is not what you would be expecting from someone who had such a great impact in the first half there. Now, looking at Luke Thompson, 121 metres run, 20 tackles, only 2 missed tackles, 6 kicks for 200 kicking metres. Now, Tulivaru, he's obviously retiring, as we mentioned. Do you reckon he's put in a great performance in that regard?
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to say goodbye to Luke Thompson, but it was actually a decent performance by Luke Thompson. I reckon all the Bulldogs fans and Bulldogs players are going to stay for his commemorance. And as we saw Mitch Barnes, he had 133 run meters and like lots of tackles. As we saw earlier from Timoteo James, he scored 30 tackles and 124, I do believe. But it was not a good night for Raiders since also last week as well for their loss.
You are absolutely right there. So we can see the Belmore faithful are standing on their feet as they cheer off Luke Thompson right now. Legend of the game gone from the game. But yeah, having a look at even the bench props, they did not really get much time on there. Only 23 running meters between the two of them. About 10 tackles, 2 missed. That is, and even an error, that is not something you really want from your impact bench. But there are lessons here. I do believe there are lessons that the Raiders will take away from this, and obviously coming into next week, they will be pushing to be even better. They need to make sure that they can absolutely smash through the Titans, as hard as that might be for you to hear there, Tulivaru. They need to. Their season nearly on life support here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for your attendance here tonight. It's been a fantastic game. On behalf of Tulivaru Vakatani and myself, as well as the broader SRL community, we thank you, we appreciate you, and we will see you back here for the next game. Thank you very much, and good night.